The following is a presentation of the Retro Network.
Come on in, sit a spell. We've got stories and jokes to tell. It's gonna be a great Noel. It's the Advent Calendar House. Muppets, Batman, Smurfs, and even Garfield's Halloween. We're gonna take a trip down memory lane. Frosty, Rudolph, and a bunch you've probably never seen. It's Mike and pals that come to entertain. Turn the knob and lift the latch for fun and laughs that can't be matched. And just beware the icy patch. It's the Advent Calendar House.
Welcome to the Advent Calendar House, a podcast I am in the process of forging in life link by link and dumb joke by dumb joke. It is once again Scrooge Sunday, which means today's subject is another version of A Christmas Carol, and it's one I've mentioned a few times that I need to watch, and the time has come to awkwardly smoosh our spirits through the walls of our bedchamber and float back to 2004 for a very special TV movie adaptation of Alan Menken's A Christmas Carol, the musical. I am pole dancing provider of holiday nostalgia, Mike Westfall. And joining me is my former business partner who's been dead for so long he forgot how to use a door. It's Michael May. Hello, Michael.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was staring at my pinup poster of the Ghost of Christmas Past. I'm doing pretty good.
And the greatest showman in this world and the next, or at least until his replacement shows up next year, it's Rob Graham. Hi, Rob.
Christmas Eve is here. Scrooge learns from the deceased, future, now, and past. But who should we cast? Frasier and the Beast.
Oh, wow.
Wait, for this important job, we need Sideshow Bob, Frasier and the Beast. All right, that's it.
Thank you. Good night. Oh, thank you both for being here. So, yeah, this is one that's been on my to-do list for years, so I'm very excited to talk through it. But first, I need to hear about your histories with this musical version of A Christmas Carol, if you have them, and let us start with Michael.
I'm sure that I knew this existed. I probably ignored it as soon as it came out. We've already got musical versions of this story. I wasn't sure I needed one with Kelsey Grammer. So yeah, I had just kind of said, yeah, probably was never going to watch that. Enter Mike Westfall, and I'm always happy to watch new things, and especially if I get to talk about them. So,
well, thank you so much, Rob. How about you?
My history with this adaptation of A Christmas Carol is 36 hours old at this point, so I had no idea it existed. Had never watched it, and just watched it yesterday.
Nice. I had seen pieces of this in the past. This was my first time watching it start to finish without interruption, which sadly means my viewing was not accompanied by 20-year-old commercials, but I had a pretty good time with it anyway. So this is a TV movie musical that first aired November 28th, 2004, a Sunday night as NBC's Movie of the Week. It was the Sunday after Thanksgiving, so it was a two-movie week for NBC. First, they showed Shrek, followed by this.
Oh, wow. Nice lead-in, though. Strong lead-in.
This did not get great ratings. NBC tried to pit this against Desperate Housewives and Cold Case, so yeah, didn't have much of a chance.
What did you say? What day-ish? Like in December this aired?
November 28th.
Oh, November, you said. Okay.
Yeah, the Sunday after Thanksgiving.
So yeah, in the season though. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, didn't have a chance against those two, so they re-aired it on Christmas Eve of that year, where it only did a touch better because no one's watching TV on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Right.
This is based on a stage musical that premiered in 1994 at Madison Square Garden and played there annually for 10 years. As I mentioned, the music was written by Alan Menken, EGOT composer Alan Menken, who scored almost the entire Disney Renaissance.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. And you can tell when you listen to this, too.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's interesting that you said 1994, the stage musical, I knew it was a stage musical, like I'd read that much, but I didn't read when it aired. And that's right in the height of the Disney Renaissance, like right in the middle of it. So I was wondering if just, as a composer, like still sounded like him in 2004, but it's really more that like he was writing this when he was writing those other songs that are all in our hearts and souls and minds all the time. So like these are like, you really hear his influence in these songs, his style.
Oh yeah, this is that break between Aladdin and Pocahontas when they gave the reins to Tim Rice for The Lion King, and so he did this.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and the teleplay was written by Lynn Ahrens, who also wrote lyrics for Ragtime and Seussical and Anastasia the Musical, several songs for Schoolhouse Rock, including A Noun is a Person, Place, or Thing, and No More Kings.
Oh, topical. Wow. Good job, Lynn.
Yeah, really. But this is A Christmas Carol, and we as a society that watches a lot of Christmas carols have gotten into the habit of identifying them by the actor playing Scrooge, and the honor in this production goes to Kelsey Grammer, which we'll get into the details as we go, but overall, I think he is a great pick.
I agree, and we'll get in the details later, as you said, but just on the surface, you're like, yeah, why not? Like, it's a TV movie. He's a TV star. Yeah, get him in there.
Mm-hmm.
He almost has a British accent.
Yeah.
Almost. It's that transatlantic accent.
Yes.
Right.
Firing on all his Kelsey Grammer cylinders right out of the gate, too. The whole time watching this, I thought, man, Sideshow Bob was born to play Scrooge. Interestingly, I looked it up. Every year this played at Madison Square Garden had a different cast. The original Scrooge was Walter Charles, whom you Christmas movie heads out there might know from Prancer as the minister in that movie. Other actors to play Scrooge in this version on stage included Terrence Mann, Tony Randall, Frank Langella, Tim Curry,
Whoa,
and Roger Daltrey.
Holy.
Wow.
I kind of want to find all of those now.
Yeah,
They got some good ones.
Yeah, you'd want to see each and every one of those interpretations. That's awesome.
Now it's Kelsey Grammer's turn, and if you want to watch this, as of this recording, it is available to watch for free on YouTube.
Also, Amazon Prime. That's where I saw it.
Prime has it? Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, it was free on YouTube with no commercials. I think Shout Factory had a copy as well.
Cool.
But we open and... Listen, y'all, the comparisons to the Muppet Christmas Carol are going to be unavoidable at times throughout this, especially these opening credits just taking us flying through 1840s London, right? Just seeing swooping on in and watching people making merry. This was filmed in Budapest.
Yeah, I saw that at the end. I was like, what? I couldn't. Yeah.
There's a lot of CG in this. Like, I mean, if we're comparing it all to the Muppets, like, there's really no comparison as far as quality goes. Because like the Muppets is like built sets and miniatures and stuff, and this is just not. It's 2004 CG at that,
right.
So
some of it, like the sets, look very good at times, but the CG kind of combined with that looks very goofy. You're absolutely right.
It's like they put a CD-ROM in the drive. And they said, let's get some ghosts coming in through these walls.
Yeah, welcome to Packard Bell Navigator. Here we go. But it was filmed in Budapest because that's the birthplace of Robert Halmy Sr., who co-produced this with his son. He also co-produced another Christmas Carol 5 years earlier, the Patrick Stewart version.
Okay. That's cool.
But if you know who to watch for, you're going to see some familiar faces I will point out later as we make our way through the streets here and into the Royal Exchange, where we have to sing about closing early for Christmas.
What a good time! What a fine show! Jolly good evening, gentlemen!
Isn't it nice that once again it's Christmas Eve?
Fills a fellow with delight. Everyone sing!
Fa la la la, rump pum pump, and hip hip hurrah indeed. There's a lot going on in this opening number.
There really is, including, like, I think we see the Artful Dodger and Fagin at one point. like a kid does pick somebody's pocket, right? And then gives it to a guy. So I was like, is that what they're making a reference? I assume that's what they were doing. It was pretty funny.
Might have been, yeah. I didn't catch it at the time, but that's exactly what happens. That guy just kind of looks through the wallet.
Yeah.
Good catch.
It is very opening number of a Broadway play.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
This feels like a stage production for sure.
Right.
Like
the whole thing.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And also it's Alan Menken. This song felt an awful lot like the song Belle in the opening of The Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Like even in the rhythm is kind of close. But in the middle of that, a father and daughter have come to the exchange looking for Scrooge, and out he hobbles, followed by poor Bob Cratchit, who seems to have caught a cold.
Cratchit! Every sneeze is a penny lost. Get rid of that cold.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge. Sorry, sir.
Playing Bob Cratchit is Edward Gower, whose photos on IMDb are all from this. It's at the top of his known for list. That's going to be a case for a few people here, just because I guess they got some good screenshots. But it's a lot of stage actors that they got for a lot of these roles that aren't like the big names that they got for the big parts. Everybody else is pretty much theater folk. Well, since we're meeting Scrooge here and not in his counting house, this is where he asks if Cratchit will want tomorrow off, which is fine. At first, I thought this feels too early for that.
Yeah.
But Scrooge barking at him multiple times to get rid of that cold kind of works for me.
Yeah.
And the fact that he has a cold, I think, is their way to say, we'll condense all the stuff in the counting house where he is cold and try to put an extra coal on the fire and all that stuff. We'll just imply all that with the fact that he's gotten sick just by working for Scrooge or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a question later.
Yes.
So, yeah, somebody connects that in dialogue, I think, at some point.
Mrs. Cratchit.
Yeah.
Did you get to put another coal on the fire? No.
I like how that's a topic of conversation when he gets home every night.
Yeah, really. It's also here at the exchange where Scrooge says anyone going on about a Merry Christmas should be boiled in his own pudding, which greatly amuses some of his colleagues, not because he agrees with Scrooge, but because someone has come to the exchange looking for him. He's a very recent widower who tells his daughter,
Don't worry, my love. I'm sure he'll be sympathetic.
Scrooge? Sympathetic? This gentleman's looking for the sympathetic Ebenezer Scrooge.
Has he never met Scrooge?
Clearly not. He doesn't know the guy. Maybe the wife handled all the finances.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This guy's name is Smythe. He is played by Ian McLarnon, a West End regular whose IMDb headshot is from this scene.
Yeah.
So on TV anyway, he's known for this. Apparently, he sang in a choir on the soundtracks of the first two How to Train Your Dragon movies.
Huh.
And Mr. Smythe's daughter, Grace, is played by Emily Deemer. We're going to see this kid again a while into this. I forgot she was introduced here, and I thought, is she some other ghost or otherworldly figure? No, it's just a kid who lost her mom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's good at looking sad. That was a good skill of hers. Yeah.
A lot of that.
She does a good job. Yeah.
And after Scrooge tells her father this mortgage is due on the 25th of the month, no exceptions, this poor girl confronts Scrooge.
Christmas Day, sir?
You'll learn soon enough, child, that Christmas is a humbug.
And then we're back into our song. Most of this is singing. It's not entirely sung through, but it's very close.
Yeah, there is quite a bit. So much so that I'm very glad that you're doing this kind of blow by blow, because I forgot, like, I liked almost all the songs, or maybe all the songs, but I forgot them immediately. Like afterwards, I remember like the name of one, I think, right now, and so it's good that you're doing this. It's reminding me what these titles are and kind of the themes.
Some of them have been stuck in my head for a few days, but the solicitors sing as they approach Scrooge before he leaves the exchange.
We're collecting, sir, this Christmas time from gentlemen in town for the needy poor of London, sir. Now, what shall we put down?
Nothing.
That brings us into Scrooge's first song, Nothing to Do With Me.
I abhor how they whine, how they want whatever's mine. Why should I give a thing for free?
Let them beg till they're blue. It has nothing to do with me. I say, let them die and decrease the surplus population.
Which I don't want to say it begins awkwardly. It doesn't, but I feel like they couldn't figure out a way to squeeze in his comment about decreasing the surplus population.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
It's a little awkward.
Like, they could have thought of a rhyme for that, but that line is unprompted, and he says, I say let them die and decrease the surplus population. It was like, I prefer it when he's told many people would rather die than go to prison or a workhouse.
Yeah. This song was maybe like my least favorite thing at the beginning, but I liked that they tied it in at the end. And we'll talk about that. But then when like the world has everything to do with me at the end, I was like, oh, okay, that redeems this song, which I didn't really like that much. But the fact that they tied them, like they bookended it that way, I kind of liked that.
Yeah, me too. In the middle of this, Cratchit asks to leave early before they even get back to the counting house.
And I think that's one of the things that made me feel like, boy, this was a stage show before it was a TV show, because they just keep things in one scene like you would on a stage show. So I'm sure in the stage show, I've never seen it, of course, but like that everything happens in this exchange, and they condense it all, and they don't have to go back to this other set ever. And at the end, like with the cemetery, we'll get to that, but like they just put a bunch of different scenes happen in the cemetery that are supposed to happen at different locations. And they're just like, no, we'll just put it all in this location and we're done. And I felt like that's what this opening was too.
Yeah, this knows it's a musical. This knows it was written for the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've written a few times in my notes here, I want to see this on stage.
Yeah, I would see, especially with that list you had, if you could see like someone really cool playing Scrooge, like that'd be really worth it.
During this, he also brings up Tiny Tim, which he usually doesn't, says he's ill, and Scrooge sings songs to him. I do not need to know of your family or your woe.
I like how this pays off later when Scrooge says, how come you never told me Tiny Tim was sick?
Yes.
Good call.
That is my very next note.
Yeah.
But Scrooge gives in, lets Cratchit leave for a day, which is bummer only because now he doesn't get any dialogue with Fred.
Yeah.
True. Yep. I missed that.
I didn't even think of that. That's a good point.
I always miss Fred.
Yeah, we're about to run into Fred, but I do like the
Cratchit Fred,
react to each other, and we don't get that here. But before we meet Fred, I want to point out, we do run into a dog.
Yeah, we get that bit.
I like when they add a dog, but it wasn't really an actual happening in the original story, if I remember. It was just part of Dickens describing how bad of a guy Scrooge is.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, the dogs will cross the street to get away from him.
Yeah.
Their blind masters away from him. And
Right.
Yeah.
And that's not what happens here either. Dog barks at him aggressively, and Kelsey Grammer growls back. Love that.
Get back.
And then he meets Fred, who is played by Julian Ovenden.
Come to Christmas dinner, we're inviting you. Be with family, Uncle, just this one.
No, thank you.
His theater credits include playing J.M. Barrie in the original Lester cast of Finding Neverland the musical. And I have not watched a second of Downton Abbey, but he is on a handful of episodes as a character named Charles Blake, if you're familiar with that show.
I am, but I did not recognize him.
Rob, you're the expert.
I know. I don't feel like I'll have to check that out.
But how do we like this Fred? I think he's cheerful enough.
Yeah, he took some growing on me. He's just kind of generically handsome.
Yeah.
But he did grow on me as the story progressed.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly it. I think maybe because his part is a little lessened in the beginning.
Yeah.
It took longer for him to grow on me. Like he's great, he's like a good solid Fred throughout, but it is when he explains at his party, like he does the toast, and he explains his motivation is that I never knew my mom, so I want to know my uncle, like her brother. And I was like, that's cool. I don't even know if that's in other things. I've forgotten it, but I was like, that's cool. That was a good line. It was a good kind of succinct way to say what is motivating Fred to stick with this guy, even though he keeps slapping him in the face.
It's not often that he says that, but that's what stuck out to me too. But right here, he's kind of in and out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like here, he does say, I will not get mad. He doesn't usually tell his uncle outright, you're not going to bait me into arguing with you. I did like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this guy. All right. So never mind. I recognize
you were
him
looking up the
from
Downton Abbey?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. I'll link to that in the show notes so you can put it all together.
He's got some range then. This Downton Abbey guy is a little more of a cool dude more than like he's a suitor for Mary, but he's like kind of like a cool bad boy.
Okay. But first we have a song to finish and meet some more interesting characters on the walk home. I am going to just go ahead and spoil it because anyone watching this has seen the opening credits and may have recognized one of these actors during those credits. But the three ghosts of Christmas take the form of just regular folks on the street, and this version makes it a point to linger on them for a tiny bit just to see if you notice.
And I didn't notice Krakowski at first. Like, I actually thought that was a dude. So or I thought it was a kid. I thought it was like a teenage boy.
Yeah. Well, she picks part. So yeah, the first one we see at the beginning is a lamplighter who here stumbles off a post and falls at Scrooge's feet, and it's Jane Krakowski.
Yeah.
Help a working person reach the light, sir.
Woman's not fit for the job.
Me husband's ill, you'll likely get the sack.
Then it's the workhouse for you both, isn't it?
Or take the time for doing right, sir.
Good evening.
You'll be sorry, sir, when you look back.
This is kind of in a break for her. This is 2 years after Ally McBeal ended and 2 before 30 Rock begins. But yeah, she is the one. I did spot her immediately. I'd argue, how could you miss Jane Krakowski? But it was very quick. And again, she's a lamplighter. She's got her hair all tucked under her cap.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
right.
just was not expecting it.
But she's a lamplighter. What ghost of Christmas could she possibly be? I did like that little touch.
Uh-huh.
I do too, because the ghost herself is not very flame-like. They don't really do much with that, with the ghost herself, but she has a lot of comments about light, and we have like her being the lamplighter, so they work it in.
And then the guise of the Ghost of Christmas Present is a theater promoter selling tickets to a Christmas show.
Have you forgotten how to smile, sir?
Smile? At what? Children should earn their wages by more than a song.
Come and buy a ticket to the show.
Only fools waste their time and money on frivolity. Be gone, sir.
He is played by Jesse L. Martin, Joe West from The Flash.
And whatever his name was on Law and Order. And this is a good time for my aside that and this is true, had macaroni and cheese in Jesse L. Martin's $1 million apartment in New York City many, many years ago when he was on Law and Order.
Wow.
He had some kind of party, and I had friends who were friends with him, and they let me go to the party, and Jesse L. Martin maybe nodded at me at one point, and but whatever, there was a table with a lot of food, and there's mac and cheese, and it was really good, and that's what I remember from that party. And everyone there smoked marijuana except for me. So I remember that as well.
Detective Ed Green was his name on Law and Order.
All right, yep.
I also know him from Rent. He was Collins on Rent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got the chops. Like, he can do the drama, he can do the singing, he can do it all.
Yeah, and he brings all of those. I love him here. Love him here. Leaving the final ghost to take the form of an old blind beggar played by Geraldine Chaplin.
I know, I read about this. That's crazy.
Who's had a very long and amazing career. I know her best from Dr. Zhivago, the original. She was Tanya in that. She is also the eldest daughter of Charlie Chaplin.
Yes, and plays a mostly silent role here.
Right. Like, I was waiting, okay, it's the Ghost of Christmas yet to come, so she's not going to speak, but she does sing a little here in her guise as the blind beggar. Great singing voice.
Yeah.
Spare a coin for someone who is blind, sir.
Devil take you, old woman, I have nothing for you.
None so blind as those who will not see.
Release my arm. Let go of me.
She's still acting today. She's 81 as of this year.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
She's super cool. Like, she's been in some other things that I've one of my favorite horror movies is The Orphanage, a Spanish language film, and she's fantastic in that.
Wow. And this is the ghost. If you're watching this for the first time and you don't know to look for the ghosts of Christmas here, after Scrooge refuses to help her, she sings, "Come the future, you'll remember me." And she shrieks that last word, and that'll probably make folks go, "Oh, okay."
Oh, I think I see what they're doing.
That's about where I picked it up, so I needed the extra hint.
Here we go.
Come the future, you'll remember me.
So Scrooge, before he arrives home, he does pass a small funeral procession of Mr. Smythe's wife, whose coffin is being carted along, and little Grace stops and looks at him, sings a little interlude here that I really like a lot, and we're going to hear that multiple times through this. It ends with "God bless us, everyone." So she sings "God bless us, everyone" first before we even meet Tiny Tim.
He steals that line from her.
He does. He steals that line from everybody.
Yeah, he's just a hanger-on. Yeah.
We're about to meet Tiny Tim, though. We do the Bob coming home to his family bit now when it's still Christmas Eve. Scrooge doesn't witness it here, but we do, just to meet the family, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And where's our Tiny Tim?
Tim, I'm coming. I'm here, Dad. Happy Christmas.
Tiny Tim is credited here as Jacob Moriarty. He is now known as Jacob Collier, and I don't know, I guess it's fine to put here, but he's now a singer and jazz musician.
Huh.
About 10 years after this, he started posting a cappella YouTube videos of himself, singing multi-part harmonies of everything from Stevie Wonder's "Don't You Worry About a Thing" to the Flintstones theme. And the Flintstones one earned him a Grammy.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check that out.
It's pretty good. Mrs. Cratchit is played by Lindsay Haitley.
Hello, love.
Did that old skinflint give you Christmas Day off?
He did.
And did he pay you early?
He did.
Oh, and did he let you put any more coal on that office fire? Oh, dear.
Who this same year was Winifred Banks in the original London cast of Mary Poppins.
Oh, man. Cool.
Yeah. I've got to say, the Cratchit house is painted like they pulled it right out of a picture book. This set I like. All of the sets, again, we talked about it, are well put together.
Yeah.
And then some of them just get weird with the CGI.
Right. But yeah, the sets themselves are cool.
Yeah. But the Cratchit house stood out to me rewatching it. Looked like one of those original paintings from the early edition.
Nice.
So Bob takes Tim out shopping for their Christmas dinner to the tune of a sweet song called "You Mean More to Me," which also comes up later.
All the joys of Christmas bundled up with string. But you mean more to me. You mean more, yes, you mean more to me than anything.
I feel like a lot of this is like almost, it's all bookends, and I feel like it kind of circles back to everything, and it's like a mirror of itself.
Yeah, that's true. I also like that they didn't pick the bowl of chicken legs. That was one of the options. They're like, chicken legs, and Tim. I don't even know. I didn't even really see Tim react like, "No, thank you." But like, Cratchit's like, "Nah, we're not going to go that way." But like, for a minute, it was like, maybe we should get these chicken legs for Christmas dinner.
Yeah, I think Tiny Tim kind of made a face.
Yeah, maybe he did. I must. Yeah,
didn't say anything, but made a face, just like, "Really, Dad?"
I really like that interaction with the
poulterer.
Yes.
Poulterer, thank you.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. Like, I think he gave him a good deal on a chicken.
He did.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He realized like they weren't there to spend a lot of money, and he was very gentle with them about that.
Yep.
Yeah. He was just like, you know what? This will make a fine Christmas dinner for you. It just says, give us a shilling. Very respectful.
Absolutely. I agree. I like that poulterer.
Yeah.
One of the best poulterers in all of cinema, I would say.
Indeed. Yep.
Up
no
there.
arguments
up
here.
There. We'll do a Sweet 16 of poulterers someday on After Lunch. Well, he's gonna get far.
It's gonna be the final two, him versus the Swedish Chef, and it's gonna be a bloodbath. But then Scrooge arrives home, and it's not even dark yet.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That is not something I caught, but that's true.
I don't know if that was some scheduling thing for filming, and they just had to deal with it, but you know I like this park to be dark and spooky.
Sure.
And it is a little bit. Like, we hear Jacob Marley's ghostly voice first before he even gets to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Scrooge. Scrooge!
Who's that?
Okay, not bad. And then his face on the door knocker appears, and
but not scary. Like, I mean, I know they're going for scary, but it doesn't play scary.
no, it's just like Scrooge, and it's echoey, and it throws you off if you're hearing someone call you and you can't hear out who it is, and that echo is a little bit eerie.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
And then into the face of his door knocker appears Jason Alexander.
And I gotta say, at the beginning, when I saw his name in the credits, I was sure he was going to be Tiny Tim, and it didn't work out for me.
No, believe it or not, George is in the home. We'll talk about his Marley in a bit. First, the door opens, and it's Scrooge's charwoman leaving for the night. Here she is named Mrs. Mops, which I think I like better than Mrs. Dilber.
Mr. S., you look as if you'd seen a ghost.
I thought I saw Marley.
Mr. Marley died, sir. 7 years ago this very night. Maybe you need your eyes examining.
Yeah, Mrs. Mops is a pretty great name for a housekeeper.
It's also very an Alan Menken production. I don't know if he had anything to do with it, but boy, oh boy, like with Beauty and the Beast, like you would absolutely have a character named Mrs. Mops in there.
Right.
Yep. Mrs. Mops is played by Sheila Reed, whom you might recognize as Mrs. Buttle from Brazil.
Oh.
She was also in the film Othello as Bianca.
Which version of Othello? Is that the Lawrence Fishburne one?
No, Laurence Olivier.
Oh, the older one. Okay, got it.
I like her here.
She's great here. Yeah.
But in we go, straight up to Scrooge's sitting room. And here I don't mind that it looks very dark in here, despite hints of daylight still outside. It's effective to show how his love of cheap darkness. Lets out a sneeze and curses Cratchit for that. Sits down to a bit of gruel, and when a gust of wind bellows from his fireplace, and Marley enters not by phasing through the door, but here comes that crazy CGI we kept talking about. He kind of bulges through the wall via some very 2004 era special effects.
Yes.
I love that. I'm sure someone was like, don't worry, this is going to look great. Don't worry, Jason. Don't worry. Wait till you see it.
Yeah. Oh.
You feel stupid now, but it's going to really work.
What do we think of Jason Alexander's turn as Marley?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm an I don't know as well. I like the song.
The song's great.
Like, it's very catchy. It's very cool. I don't even mind that it is kind of comic, except I got upset when I was watching it. I wanted, like, do all the heyday, do a big musical number, have a big catchy song, whatever. But I wanted, before Marley left, for there to be something serious and sincere and, I don't know, something with gravity at the end of it. Just a dialogue at that point or something. And it didn't really get that. And I was like, oh, because you want to feel the weight of it at some point. I don't mind that it was an Alan Menken song for the whole time. I just wanted it to end with a button that was like, hey, Scrooge, yeah, this was all fun, right? I'm being very serious right now. You got to change, buddy. Look at me. This sucks.
Right.
Something along those lines. Yeah.
And I think that's where, like, I run up against the Jason Alexander casting, because I think it's something, the way he's playing this, he's playing it comedically. And like, the song itself is not comedic. And we've talked, the three of us, about a lot of different, like, Christmas Carol adaptations. And I don't like the comedy ones like Muppet Christmas Carol and Mickey's Christmas Carol, where they play Jacob Marley as, like, kind of proud and, like, winking at his own miserliness, because that's completely, like, not what that character is about.
Right.
And this Marley is not doing that, but he is just so kind of over the top and playful about the whole thing that you just don't get that gravity. You don't get that scariness that Scrooge really needs to kind of get him off on the right foot.
No, which is weird because he starts as kind of not a scary ghost, but he's that wailing ghost. He actually approaches Scrooge and gives him a hug, something like he hasn't felt affection in 7 years.
Yeah, I like that moment.
Which causes Scrooge to turn he turns him literally white. That's another CGI effect. That I didn't mind.
Mm-hmm.
And when he gives him the line, "There's more of gravy than of grave about you," Marley starts angrily floating in the air.
Yeah.
And Scrooge kind of cowers a little too quickly here. Like, that's all it took.
Yeah.
But then he launches into this. It's a 5.5-minute showstopper called Link by Link.
These were coins I hoarded for a rainy day. Now with every jingle, I'm disgraced.
I like the song. I love when Jason Alexander gets to sing.
Yeah, right. He can sing. And again, I already said, I didn't mind even the kind of the comic nature and the silly antics during the song. I just wanted it to kind of close.
Yeah, it should have ended with a button.
Yeah.
Even with Statler and Waldorf, that ends with a button. And you see them they laugh at their own miserly life, but then they shudder afterwards. They immediately regret it. And we don't really see that here once he starts launching into this song and he invites some other ghosts up from the floor.
And I like that. I like how it turns into an ensemble because like the book has that scene where he goes out into the street and he joins like the rest of his miserable kind of ghostly cohorts. This one, they kind of come into the apartment and do the number, and that's cool. Like I like that they're there. And I love the whole like bang of the chains on the floor, like percussion kind of element to the song.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. Yeah.
And all the ghosts are silly. Like here's a ghost of some beheaded guy rolling his head across the floor like a bowling ball.
True.
It's well choreographed. This reminded me of the graveyard scene from the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you were saying, I would love to see this done on stage with all the chain whipping ghosts and everything. And in the middle of that, a couple things about this scene. The part where he announces Scrooge will be visited by 3 ghosts is only halfway through the number. First, he straight up tells him who the spirits are. I don't know how I feel about that. It makes like a nice little interlude here, and we're doing the thing.
When the clock strikes 1, the ghost of Christmas past.
I prefer not to think about the past.
When the clock strikes 2.
Not the same hour the next night like the original text.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then he rhymes clock strikes 3 with ghost of Christmas yet to be. Okay, that rhymed nicely. We'll do it your way. Everyone always interprets the time travel shenanigans in this story differently because it's easier to just tell the story than to try and explain what's going on. So fine.
Right.
But then it's a weird cut. They must have gone to commercial immediately after that song ended and then returned to Scrooge in his bed when the clock struck 1.
Yeah.
But the version I watched cut from Marley disappearing to the clock and Scrooge in bed, and it was abrupt for me.
Yeah.
But here comes Jane Krakowski as the ghost of Christmas past emerging from a wisp of smoke from a candle.
I'm gonna need a minute on this one.
It's a slightly sparkly dress that reminded me kind of like a Christmas candle. I think that's the effect they were going with.
Okay, I'll buy it.
In addition to that, I something that I noticed and appreciated, and because it's a choice that they made. They must have just had a fan on her at all times.
Oh yeah,
and isolated enough because like her dress and her hair is moving at all times. Even when Scrooge is next to her, and every once in a while, like something on him kind of wisps a little bit in the breeze. But like the idea is that like her clothes and her hair are just kind of like a flame, just moving and dancing at all times. And to do that meant they had they must have had to re-record all the dialogue and all their scenes because they have a freaking fan running at the whole time. But I think they wanted the effect that much that they were willing to go there. They didn't have to do that, but they did it, and I appreciated that extra effort there. I thought that was cool.
Well, it's a musical. I think that's normal with musicals.
Yeah, no, but even their spoken dialogue, you think they'd be able to get the speaking stuff out, but they must have had to re-record everything.
Oh, I'd love to hear the original cut of the fan running.
Just going the whole
time. Remember? She sings about remember the lights of long ago, which is a lovely song.
Yes.
It's your lucky night, brought you something bright, something with a twinkle and a glow, to remember the lights of long ago.
As she pole dances on Scrooge's bedpost. Oh, okay. She does. She's a friendly ghost of Christmas past.
And that is quite a dress.
It is. Her vibe's a lot more fuzzy, happy feelings of nostalgia than I'm used to seeing with Christmas Past.
Yes. And I think she does really well with like her interpretation, and the way she sells it, I think she does great.
Yeah.
I think so too.
She has this sincerity and gentleness but also like insistence too. There's a time or two where Scrooge doesn't want to look, and she just very gently turns his head like, nope, you're gonna look at this.
Yeah,
it's time to look at this. And she's really good. I liked her quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jane Krakowski.
Oh yeah,
she was super welcome in this, and I thought she did great. Even though I would have preferred maybe a wreath of candles or something to kind of be a little bit more specific with the candle theme, but it was fine. She was really cool.
I got it in the dress, but it's very subtle.
Yeah. And I think she had the wreath on her head, but it kept falling off when she was pole dancing. So they're like, all right, lose the wreath.
Forget it.
Because we're not losing the pole dancing. So
the
wreath's gotta go.
Hands Scrooge a big, thick book of his life, and as he opens it, the memories look like little movies of his childhood playing on the pages, just for a brief bit before the ghost takes him by the hand and they fly out the window. And this looks less like this scene in The Muppets or Mickey's Christmas Carol, and more like a cross between Peter Pan and the first Superman movie when Lois is flying with him and thinking of that poem in her head.
Can you read my mind?
And our first stop is not the schoolhouse. It's a courthouse. We're about to invent some backstory.
Yeah, we are.
Of Scrooge's father being sentenced to prison for non-payment of debts. Young Ebenezer is there with his sister Fan and his mother. This, I think, is the only time I've ever seen Scrooge's mother.
Yeah, I don't think he's even mentioned in the novel or any other adaptation that I've seen. Yeah.
This scene's so weird. It gets a small payoff much, much later, but I don't think we needed it.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about this change. I mean, it really changes Scrooge's dad to the little we know of him from the book. He and Scrooge did not get along. He ships Scrooge off to boarding school,
right? Yep.
Because he didn't want him around, and that doesn't seem to be the relationship here. This is more of a, it was a good relationship, but cut short because his dad owed a lot of money.
Right.
No, please. How will we live? Where will we go?
Father!
Learn this lesson, Ebenezer. Save your pennies, make your fortune, and keep it.
Father!
Save your pennies, son. Make your fortune and keep it.
Really quickly, Scrooge's father is played by Mike Kelly, whom you may or may not recognize from Hellboy 2 as Agent Marble. Scrooge's mother is played by Ruthie Henshaw, whose stage credits include Cats, Les Mis, Billy Elliot, and she is the only British actress to have played all three leading female roles in Chicago.
Whoa.
Huh.
She is currently in the West End revival of Cabaret. Young Ebenezer himself is played by Joshua Wilmot, who works behind the scenes now, mostly as an editor, but he's directed a couple of short films that I saw on IMDb. And Fan is played by Leah Verity White. This is her most recent credit on IMDb, and I didn't recognize anything else.
Mother, what must we do?
We must pray, Fan. We must pray very hard.
Let the stars in the sky remind us of man's compassion.
But as Scrooge's father is being taken away, he turns to young Ebenezer and tells him, learn this lesson. Save your pennies, make your fortune, and keep it. And we hear him repeat those lines. We hear Ebenezer repeat those lines as he gets older through this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Scrooge's mother sings to her kids that same God Bless Us Everyone tune we heard earlier from little Grace in her mother's funeral procession.
And then we get to wonder, which lesson did Scrooge take to heart? The one his dad gave him or the one his mom gave him right after? And he went with the other one.
Yep. Here we flash forward to young Scrooge hard at work at the Hawkins Boot Factory. Okay.
Yeah, very important. This is a very important scene.
Yeah.
I'm so glad it was in there.
Yeah, well, here's where he repeats his father's words. I intend to make my fortune and keep it. Staying behind during Christmas break to write to his sister, and as they take turns singing a wistful little tune called A Place Called Home.
There's a place called home. I can almost see, with a red front door and a roaring fire and a Christmas tree.
There's still hope in his voice here.
Yeah, he's not all the way yet.
Yeah.
We cut back to Scrooge sitting up in his bed with the ghost of Christmas past, flipping through the book. She talks about how he never reunited with Fan, who died giving birth to her son Fred, and that's why he tries not to see Fred.
A lot of backstory going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like that explanation.
Yeah.
So is that, I'm trying to remember because I get this confused with other ones, but is it that he blames Fred for her death, or was there something else between him and Fan, and then he's kind of carrying that grudge onto Fred?
No, I think it's because Fan died giving birth to Fred.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he blames Fred for her death.
Yeah,
which we've seen in some other versions. But it was a little strange to me that he lost touch with Fan,
right?
Until, I mean, he was like in a sweatshop, so I guess maybe that's part of what's going on there. But
right.
But he and Fan are like similar in age, so for her to die when she's giving birth to Fred, like they're adults now. So
yeah, that's a long pause, and I'm wondering maybe it's just he regrets not being able to reunite with her, and now it's too late.
Yeah, and even just seeing Fred reminds him of like his failure with Fan, maybe, or something like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and that's why he asks the ghost, why are you showing me these miserable moments? And the ghost explains, to understand the present, learn from the past. And back in we go to Fezziwigs.
Woohoo!
Well done, Ebenezer. Good work. There's your bonus. Buy yourself another suit.
No, I'm saving my pennies, sir, for a rainy day.
A rainy day, my boy. This is England. It rains every day.
Oh, very funny, Matty. Very funny.
Old Fezziwig is played by Brian Bedford, who was mostly known for performing in Shakespearean work, particularly at the Stratford Festival in Canada. But I know him best as the voice of Disney's Robin Hood.
Yes, he is.
I only knew that by looking it up, but I looked it up and I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Oh, yeah, me too. I was like, really? Yes. Love Robin Hood.
Yeah, visually, he's not at all what I want out of a Fezziwig.
No,
but
me
when
neither.
I learned like who he was, I was like, oh, okay, all is forgiven.
Yeah. He was also in that episode of Frasier where Martin turns down some woman by claiming he's gay, and then she tries to set him up with her uncle, played by Brian Bedford.
That's fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
We get our first glimpse of Scrooge as a young man here. He is played by Stephen Miller. The internet tells me he is best known from the British medical drama series Casualty as a character named Lenny in that. He is currently on a show called Department Q.
What?
Oh.
I've watched that.
Lyle Jennings is his character.
Holy crap, that's right.
Yeah.
I just you had to say that to unlock the that's wild because now I see his face as that guy.
Yeah, here he's dressed like he's from the 1800s. So
yeah, right. That's crazy.
Mrs. Fezziwig is played by Claire Moore, who is best known for playing Christine in The Phantom of the Opera and Ellen in the original London cast of Miss Saigon. Young Jacob Marley is here as well instead of Dick Wilkins. Interesting choice, but it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, Mr. Scrooge. Good morning indeed, Mr. Marley. Cue at the door. And the smell of money in the air.
He's played by Christopher Stewart. This is his only acting credit I could find. And then the ghost whispers to Scrooge, who, may I ask, is this pretty young thing? And speaking of ghosts and whispering,
oh,
nice.
It's Jennifer Love Hewitt.
And she's playing Belle, right? Did you say
no,
her name
not
Belle?
She's
what?
Emily.
Oh, of course.
Why?
Emily.
Why?
That's a necessary change.
Emily Cratchit?
No, not Emily Cratchit. That's what I thought. I'm like, well, that's confusing, but no, no idea why anyone ever changes Belle's name. It happens a lot. Like it's not in the story at all. It's right there. Someone calls her Belle. Her husband calls her Belle.
Mm-hmm. Alan Menken's like, I'm done with bells.
That's it. Oh, I hate to be the bearer of bad reminders, but this is the same year Jennifer Love Hewitt was in Garfield.
She's making good choices.
Big year, 2004.
But now it's time for another banger, and it's a long one. It's Mr. Fezziwig's annual Christmas ball.
This is my favorite song in the whole thing.
Yeah,
it
just
is
a
quite
whole
good.
bunch of rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat.
Yes.
Where do bankers gallivant like boys?
Why do bakers make a holy noise?
What's so hot? You've got to shed your shawl.
Mr. Fezziwig's annual Christmas ball.
Oh, they love their rat-tat-tat-tat-tat in this song.
Oh, this is almost 7 minutes long and good. Play up this party more.
Right.
Fezziwig hires professional dancers for his parties every year.
The dancers were great in this thing. I loved it.
This is the song that made me stop taking notes, get out my phone, and add the soundtrack to my Christmas playlist.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Just so silly and joyful.
Yeah.
We cut back over to the older Scrooge a few times quietly, either singing along or dancing a little bit or pining for Emily as the ghost watches him. Young Ebenezer actually proposes here at the Christmas ball.
Mm-hmm.
She says yes, but Ebenezer adds, we must wait, though, because I'm going to work and save and never get into debt. And before he even gets the sentence through, Emily gently shushes him and says,
I need so little to make me happy.
There's a place called home. I can almost see.
and man, we need to get Jennifer Love Hewitt to sing more again.
She did great.
She really did.
She really did. Yeah, it was very good.
She was always so good. Like, I remember her back when she was on Kids Incorporated and great.
Huh, forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. And you could see young Ebenezer just melting watching her sing, too.
And then old Ebenezer, Kelsey, like, kind of, doesn't he get, kind of, doesn't,
Yeah.
like, he gets in between them, no, but not really, like, he doesn't actually get, like, but you see him in the frame, like, yeah, and singing along.
Yeah, like longing for this memory. Yeah, he joins in the song.
And I know it's his story, but I got a little, I was like, get out of there. This is their moment, even though that's him.
I was here first.
We're supposed to be watching him, and it's his story, but I was like, get out of the frame, Kelsey. This is, let these two do this thing.
He's bitterly shaking his head because he knows what's coming.
Yeah, that's true.
And what's coming is the young Scrooge and Marley, as cold as ice moneylenders who refuse a loan to the aging Fezziwig. As Ebenezer repeats another lesson his father taught him, the one thing between us and the grave is money.
I don't know if that even makes sense.
Yeah, that was a weird line.
No, I'm like, what? It was just a way to get Fezziwig to say, I pity you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, which was good. That was a good delivery, too.
Oh, yeah. No, that was great.
I pity you, if that's what you think.
That is what I think. Good day.
And he treated you like a son.
Scrooge tries to turn away, but here's where the ghost tells him there's another shadow he has yet to see, and in walks Emily to return his ring.
It was a busy day at the office that day.
Sure was.
a lot going on at the office that day.
And as great as Jennifer Love Hewitt's singing is, she is just as great when she's fed up and has something to say to your face.
Yeah, again, she did really well in that scene too. I agree.
You love nothing.
quite so much as gold, Ebenezer. So I've brought you some more. I think you'd be quite happy to have it back.
And with a final quiet but sincere "bless you, Ebenezer," out she goes, and the old Scrooge is screaming at his younger self.
Fool! Fool! There's still time. Go after her. Don't let her go.
Loved that.
Yeah.
But he knows he doesn't, and we cut to a slightly older Scrooge and Marley, now Kelsey Grammer and Jason Alexander in silly, I'm a slightly younger adult wigs.
Yeah, by the way, at this point, it might be good. Scrooge's hair throughout this thing is a choice, man. They gave him the Fabio wigs that they had over there in Budapest. And because even like his older Scrooge, like Kelsey Grammer, like he's got this hair, and you're like, why? Like he's Kelsey Grammer, like he's got the perfect Scrooge hair on his head.
Yeah,
it's his actual hair. Like just wisp it up or make it gray or whatever. But no, they gave him the Fabio wig. It was an odd choice for me.
It was an odd choice.
Here it's a shorter and like more kept Fabio wig too.
Yes, right.
Marley here quietly says he's going to go home early, which is unlike him.
It's Christmas Eve. Business has not been brisk. I'm a bit tired. Not as young as I used to be, I suppose.
And then we watch him collapse and die.
Yeah. Yes. Man.
Scrooge actually holds him in his arms before his older self wakes up again in bed, alone again. Turns toward his bedside candle and goes to snuff it out before the ghost appears above it again with something close to her usual 9, but not quite.
These are the shadows of the things that have been. They are what they are. Do not blame me.
And he puts a cap on the candle, and that's the end of Christmas Past for now.
Yeah.
I'm glad they kept the candle metaphor there, but it's not as fun as when they show Scrooge lowering a giant extinguisher cap over a life-sized ghost. But it'll do. Again, now I want to see what that looks like on stage.
Yeah, that's a good point.
NBC Movie of the Week will return following these messages.
You kids want some chicken nuggets?
Hey, you're not the real Santa.
What? A phony Santa giving away mystery meat nuggets? Not today! Freeze, Claus! Stuff that in a stocking. Now, taste the holiday cheer of all-white meat KFC popcorn chicken.
KFC popcorn chicken is back. Crunchy on the outside, juicy on the inside. Get an individual size for just $1.99 or a party size for just $6.99.
Popcorn chicken to all, and to all a good night!
It's Christmas!
Hello, my name is Adam and I'm the host of Merry Britsmas, a podcast about festive things from a British perspective. It's mostly me rambling about TV specials and episodes from the UK, such as The Royal Family and Doctor Who. I also like to talk about Christmas songs and explore British covers, as well as deep diving some classic British Christmas music. To add a false sense of intelligence, I'll also try to educate you on British traditions such as the Christmas number 1 or boxes of chocolates. If you are British and want to get nostalgic, or are British and want to find out a little more about holidays on our shores, then please check out Merry Britsmas.
An happy blooming Christmas to you and all.
Well, we return as the clock strikes 2, and Scrooge follows the bright light coming from outside his bedroom door to meet the ghost of Christmas Present, who gives him a deadpan little boo.
You've never seen the likes of me before.
And Jesse L. Martin is a fantastic depiction of this ghost. He looks amazing.
Yeah, agreed. Like on all levels, like all of the aspects, the facets of that guy, like obviously the joy, the exuberance for Christmas. And then later on when he gives it to Scrooge, woo, when he throws his words back in his face, he does it really well.
Oh,
like he is indignant.
I always want to see the ghost of Christmas Present get a little pissed off at Scrooge.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he does a great job at it. Yeah.
He really does it. Yeah.
I love when he gets to be sassy, and he does here.
Mm-hmm.
Love his fur-lined green robe.
Mm-hmm.
Walks over to Scrooge's pot of gruel, gives it a taste, and his song begins with,
"You call this Christmas dinner? this measly pot of gruel. You aren't just a sinner, you're an outright fool.
And whether Scrooge likes it or not, he is taken to the theater to watch that Christmas show, or as our ghost introduces it, a great big beautiful Christmas present.
Ba-dum-bum.
Abundance, charity, goodwill toward men, enjoyment, hilarity, goodwill toward men. Come share some, spare some, no matter when. Ben, get with the spirit, cause you're gonna hear it again.
How long is this song?
I think about the same. I think about 6 or 7 minutes.
Yeah, I believe you.
It's another big banger.
It's a good song. I do like it. It's long.
Oh, I love it. This is another one of my favorites now.
Yeah, I got a little tired of the charity hilarity rhyme after a while because it comes up like 71 times. But
yeah, well, I mean, they ran out of words, I guess.
But I did like the song, but I felt the length of it after a while. I was like, okay. Yeah, we see, there goes Scrooge again. He doesn't know what to do. Oh, he's got to run across the stage. Oh, no. Like, there's a lot of that going on.
This whole thing goes as big as it possibly can. It doesn't care what year this is supposed to be because we got a big painting of Santa Claus in a backdrop that I think shouldn't exist yet. And we got some dancers dressed as nutcracker-looking toy soldiers who are definitely too early.
Yeah.
I don't even care. They're not the Rockettes, but they might as well be.
That's exactly what I wrote. Yeah.
We're already time traveling. Don't care. Scrooge is seated in a row with a bunch of poor children just having a ball through all of this. Notably seated nearby is little Grace, who's also not laughing. She's still in her black funeral bonnet and stares at Scrooge for a bit before continuing to watch the show.
Scrooge is like the guy in the baseball stadium who catches the home run and then doesn't give it to the kid next to him.
Oh, no. Oh, Scrooge is Philly's Karen.
Yeah. He catches a present from the stage, and the girl's sitting right there, and Scrooge puts the present in his pocket. Like, oh, Scrooge. He learns his lesson by the end.
He does,
yeah.
But no. First, at one point, a bunch of dancers dressed as elves pull him on stage, and the ghost tells him, now it's your turn. Take it. And here's Kelsey Grammer just awkwardly tiptoeing around the toy soldier fake Rockettes for a bit. I like that they're showing this on a literal stage because that's where this belongs.
Yeah, exactly.
But he rushes off to the side. He's cracking a little smile here at the ghost before looking down at Grace in the audience, reaches into his pocket and tosses her that small wrapped present.
All right. Good job, Ebenezer. Good job. You're getting it. You're getting it.
It's the first smile we see from Grace, too, so that's nice. And then we cut to Tiny Tim shouting, Happy Christmas out his window to anyone and everyone outside. This begins another joyful song called Christmas Together that he and his family will sing throughout this scene as they get dinner ready.
Oh, what a day, I don't care if it's grey, if it's Christmas together. People will say we're the luckiest family in town.
This is where Scrooge said, Cratchit never told me his son was ill. Yes, he did!
Yeah, that's right.
I loved that detail when he said that.
Calls him on it, too. He's like, yeah, I did. You just didn't listen.
Yeah, right. Yep. I will say Martha, Peter, and Belinda Cratchit are all here. They're not credited anywhere. They're in the ensemble. It's fine. The song continues as the ghost leads Scrooge out into the world as the streets are filled with folks singing about Christmas together. Love the drunk guys bellowing, sharing a morsel of bread and a jigger of gin.
Is he the one who slides down that cart? Is that that guy?
Yep.
Okay, yep.
This is a big ensemble number that's got a big interlude with some dancing sailors who I think made it to harbor for Christmas. Reminded me of Pete's Dragon for some reason. Just because this goes on forever. I feel like there was a part of that movie where it was just like, here's a bunch of dancing sailors.
I like the Rockettes more than the Sailors. I don't know if that needed to be spoken by any of us here, but no, I just enjoyed watching the Rockettes more than the Sailors. I just want to let you guys know.
These guys are fun. And then we're off to Fred's party where they throw in a reprise of that God Bless Us Everyone in the middle of this Christmas Together song as their prayer over dinner. Interestingly, Fred and his wife have a son.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, kid looks to be about 10 or so. I'm like, that's unique.
He's kind of a jerk, too.
Yeah, he is.
Year upon year you invite him here. I hope that his dinner gets cold.
The credits give Fred the last name Anderson for no reason. They don't mention it here. I don't know why they put that in the credits, but it's in the stage plays book like that, but they don't mention it here. I wonder if they mention it in the stage version.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a little weird because, I mean, he would have a different last name, right? Because Van would have taken a married name, but we'd never learn it in any other versions. I've never thought about it or wondered.
I think one of them, I want to say the George C. Scott one, he's Hollywell, Fred Hollywell.
Oh, you're right. He is Hollywell.
That's the only other time I've ever heard a last name given to Fred. This and that. And it's just like...
Hollywell's cooler than Anderson.
It is. It's Christmas year.
Mrs. Anderson, named Sally here, is played by Julia Lana Brighton. This is at the top of her known for list on IMDb. But after this, from 2009 to 2013, she was a regular player in a children's sketch comedy show in the UK called Giggle Biz. If anybody has heard of Giggle Biz, let me know.
Nope.
Like the way I see it described, it sounds like they tried to do like a kid's version of Saturday Night Live or something. Maybe it feels like it could be like a modern electric company, if I'm reading this right. But here Fred toasts his wicked Uncle Scrooge and insists there must be some good in him. He's my mother's brother after all, and though I never knew her, I still hope to know him one day, which I really liked.
I really liked that too.
Me too.
And then we cut back and forth from Fred's to the Cratchits to the streets to Mr. Smythe and Grace having a quiet, dimly lit dinner for two. And finally back to Tiny Tim's room where he tells his dad this was the best Christmas ever, but next Christmas he's going to walk up the stairs by himself and you'll never have to carry me again. And a visibly heartbroken Bob simply replies that would be a fine gift.
That was my favorite thing that Cratchit did in the whole thing. That was very well done. So he doesn't overdo it. He reacts to what Tiny Tim says, and he doesn't let Tiny Tim know that he knows, that Bob Cratchit knows that that's probably not going to happen that way. And that I felt it. That was really good.
Yeah, thinking like I may never have to carry you again, but I don't like the way I'm envisioning that.
Exactly.
And Scrooge kind of looks sadly on, closing out the song.
I never knew there was anything to spending Christmas together.
It's finally starting to sink in here.
Yeah. I liked his progression from, miser to nice. Like it doesn't go too fast. It's just, and each time that you see him learning lessons, like it's very much prompted by what he's seeing and what he's learning. I like when he kind of sings along with things a little bit, and I like how they do it. I think it's a nice progression.
I agree. It's a tough thing to get right in a lot of adaptations, but I think they do a good job.
This is done very well here. And then we're back outside as the ghost is now standing in a shadowy covered tunnel, echoing Scrooge's poor child and adding one of many. And he opens up his robe to reveal ignorance and want.
It's so natural the way he does that.
I don't know if it is.
Oh, really?
I don't know if I like this more or less than Scrooge just noticing, hey, you have an extra claw under your robe there.
Yeah, that's right. It's pretty weird. And no offense to I don't know who the kid is who played Ignorance, but boy, they cast him really good.
Yeah, I don't know either. These kids don't get a credit either. Sorry, kids.
He looks like he ain't got a brain in his head, that kid.
Nope, neither of them. It's just really, really good makeup.
Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't be laughing at that point, and yet I was during that scene.
It's the makeup.
Well, they're doing slack-jawed really well. Like, I mean, there's acting going on too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's slack-jawed. Yeah.
Interestingly, this happens first with the ghost angrily echoing Scrooge's "Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?" And then he asks about Tiny Tim.
Have there no refuge, no resource?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? What of Tiny Tim? Will he live?
He'd be better to die and decrease the surplus population.
You mock me with my own words. Who are you to decide who shall live and who shall die?
Oh, I didn't catch that. It's flipped?
Yeah, usually Tiny Tim happens in the Cratchits watching dinner, and then they like go on. Then they go on to Fred's, and interesting choice to flip them, but it shows Scrooge has turned that corner, begging, "What must I do?" as the ghost leaves him alone on the street.
Jesse L. Martin sells the hell out of that scene.
Oh, love this.
Yeah.
But then suddenly Scrooge is back home again. I don't know if I like that. Usually the ghost of Christmas Yet to Come meets Scrooge along wherever the other ghost leaves him. But here we cut to someone tapping on his door.
Yeah, I mean, I love Geraldine Chaplin, but they kind of screw up the Ghost of Christmas Future in this.
Yeah, because she starts, it's that same old blind beggar woman from the beginning.
From Beauty and the Beast, the lady who comes in the castle at the beginning?
Might as well be.
Like, seriously?
Yeah. Oh, see, that's it. But Scrooge answers the door. She's not out there. He closes it again, turns around, and she's inside already, which I liked.
They did a neat job with her eye makeup. Like, the one eye was all janky. It looked pretty janky, so it was good.
But now she doesn't speak, which good. I don't like it when Christmas Future speaks, so this is fine.
Right.
Instead, she just reveals her final form, and she looks like a badly wrapped mummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually like the dress. I don't like it for this character, but it's a cool dress. It's got kind of like a cobweb motif on it, and
it's a cool outfit. Like, she could have been one of the wandering spirits in the Marley bit.
Yeah, I think I overall liked it for it. Like, they've made a number of changes in this adaptation, and this was one that I was like, yeah, I guess they're throwing all these changes at me anyway. I was like, yeah, why not? Like,
fine.
I wouldn't want to see her, this character, or this actor playing the Grim Reaper at this point. Like,
No.
it had to be different, I think. So I went along with it, I guess is a better way to say it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Sure. But without a word, she flies Scrooge straight to the cemetery.
And we're just staying here.
We skip everywhere else. We've got like 15 minutes left. Ain't no time to make multiple stops. There's a bunch of grave diggers here singing a dirge of a song called Dancing on Your Grave.
Listen to the rhythm of the shovel and the gravel and the murders of the spirits that you fear. Dousing in the shadows of the future. Your future lies here.
This is supposed to be a slower burn.
Oh yeah, it isn't. You're right.
No.
That said, you're gonna talk about it in a minute, I'm sure. But one of my favorite things about this scene is that they don't go all in on the old Joe, like the charwoman selling everything. Like, that scene goes on way too long in everything I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Reading it, everything. I'm like, get on with it. I get it. They're selling his stuff. Nobody likes him. I get it. Like, that scene always goes too long for me. So this one, they just like, you're in and out, baby. It's
yeah, you are.
Oh.
And I approve.
Scrooge does implore the ghost to lead him to the future, and all of these scenes just happen right here in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Because they ran out of sets. I don't know.
It felt like a stage thing. Like, let's just do it all here.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes sense to do it on stage, but you shipped them all to Budapest. Go someplace. Couple of other businessmen from the exchange show up and go on about, didn't he die? Didn't who die? Terrible mean-own what's his name? And even while watching this in the graveyard, Scrooge plays dumb like, I know those men. Of whom do they speak?
Yeah.
Of whom indeed. Then they show Mrs. Mops grabbing the sheets and curtains off his bed while he's still lying in it, and they show the body.
They sure do.
Just bare-chested Kelsey Grammer Scrooge lying dead in his bed. Wow.
Bare-chested, more like hair-chested, this guy.
Indeed. I feel like they dyed all of his chest hair gray,
They did.
too.
That's exactly it. Yep.
Yeah.
By the way, those businessmen bother me a teeny bit in that they're like, old, mean, what's his name? Everybody knows his name. He is notorious for being who he is.
Right.
So I don't buy that scene. I don't think that they're I think they're trying to say no one's even going to remember you. Yeah, you're going to be remembered. They're going to they're going to hate your guts still, but they're going to remember your name.
Right.
And in the book, there's already a cool nickname for him, right? It's like Old Scratch or something like that. And
yeah, Old Scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have to like say Ebenezer Scrooge if you don't want to, but there you've got a ready-made thing to already stick in there, and for some reason they don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I also miss the if lunch is provided line.
That's
a good
not
line.
here. They do say something like, gotta go do Christmas stuff, or I forget the actual line. But
What did he leave? Nobody knows, and nobody chose to mourn his fate. Have a nice day. Have a nice Christmas. Look at the time I'm late.
And I'd expect that Scrooge at that point would leave behind money so that the people could attend his funeral and eat a fine meal as well. I'm sure he'd provide for all that.
Oh, of course. Yep. Here comes old Joe rounding a cart, and I realize we saw him at the beginning. I didn't realize it then.
I still don't realize it, even having seen it.
Oh, he was in a cart. He was singing like Rag and Bones.
At the beginning, he was.
Yeah, real quickly.
That's cool. They bring it back. Yeah.
Then two men rob Mrs. Mops of what little she got for Scrooge's sheets. Breaks my heart. Poor Mrs. Mops.
Poor Mrs. Mops.
Can't get a break.
No. Then we look over to another corner of the cemetery and we see the Cratchits all mourning Tiny Tim. I feel like they didn't get enough time. Usually we linger on the Cratchits, and here.
Yeah, now that I'll agree with that. Even though I wanted less of old Joe and got that, you could have given that time to the time you saved over to the Cratchits.
Yeah. Scrooge is very, very upset that Tiny Tim didn't make it. And then the ghost shows Scrooge his own headstone, which we've all joked is silly for him to have missed before.
Right.
But if he didn't realize it in this one, come on, man. Do you think you were asleep in that bed? Interestingly, this headstone showed full dates of birth and death.
Uh-huh.
It said born 23rd of February, 1919. Nope. 1795. Died 14th of October, 1850. I couldn't find anything specific about either of those dates. If anything was significant, I couldn't find it. I think it was just, let's pick something. Maybe somebody's birthday. Who knows?
When was Christmas Carol published?
1843.
Okay, so not that.
So Scrooge lived a little longer than that. That's why I was confused, like 1850. And then I do remember Disney's Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey. 5 years after this, put Scrooge's birthday on his headstone as February 7th. That's Charles Dickens' birthday.
Okay.
That makes sense.
But these just look like random dates.
Yeah.
And Kelsey Grammer Scrooge here is a lot calmer than most.
I'm not the man I was. How can this be when I have learned so much, when my heart is so full? Why show me all this if I am past all hope?
He's not like whimpering and cowering in fear like we usually see him at this point.
And that's what you want.
I do, yeah.
I do too.
Instead, he's got to finish a song. It's a musical.
Let the Christmas spirit live within me. Yesterday, tomorrow, and today.
And the ghost picks him up off his knees and motions to the gates of the cemetery, where Grace is standing holding a single candle, sings that God bless us everyone again, and this time Scrooge joins in the song with her. Along with a bunch of other kids holding candles. And Scrooge's mother and sister show up here as well. Wait, can Grace see dead people? Because if so, where's her mom?
Yeah, and then Yoda and Obi-Wan show up, and then...
Why is Hayden Christensen in this version?
Yeah, right? So I found a list written last year of 10 famous Scrooge portrayals based on, quote, how redeemed they are. Kelsey Grammer came in at number 6, which I guess is fine.
It's respectable, yeah.
It's respectable, but then they put Bill Murray and Scrooge at 8, which I disagree with. He should be higher.
Yeah, he was pretty bad before that.
He was pretty bad before that, and his speech at the end is just like so much more powerful than anything Kelsey Grammer says at the end of this, or sings at the end of this. Number 1's Michael Caine. We knew that. I'll put that list in the show notes. Decide for yourself.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of this round of God Blesses Everyone, Scrooge's grave cracks open, a light shines from beneath it, and I think we're going to do like that hellish Mickey's Christmas Carol nightmare grave here. Instead, the ghost of Christmas Yet to Be takes flight, lunges at Scrooge with a big old smile, covers him in a shroud, and he wakes up in his own room under his sheets.
That was pretty cool.
I like that. To a banging at his door, and it's these kids caroling again. I think it's the Artful Dodger kid.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
I think so.
Yeah.
The bells all over London town. And here is Caroline.
Boy! What day is it?
Why, it's Christmas Day, sir.
Why, it's Christmas Day, sir! Then I haven't missed it.
Grabs the singing kid by the collar. Boy, what day is it?
Yeah, exactly. What year is it? What year is it? Yeah. Like, it was that was something to see where he kidnaps a kid.
Right. Yeah. There's another kid playing the accordion with him, and he just runs off, just abandons his friend. Like, well,
that's it for him.
You had a good run. And Scrooge, pulls him inside and shuts the door.
Yep. That was creepy.
He opens the door back up to get his hat, and that's all. He's talking to this kid when he says he's as light as a feather, etc., and then asks him about the prize turkey. What, the one as big as me? It's fine, but it's weird not happening from his window.
Yeah. I didn't love Kelsey's, which is weird. I liked his performance almost throughout, like entirely. But I didn't love his, what a fascinating boy, what a smart boy. Like, I don't know, like it didn't register for me the way so many of them do.
Do you know whether they have sold the prize turkey?
What, the one as big as me?
Delightful boy. It is a pleasure to speak with you. Yes, the one as big as you.
It felt like lines in a play to me, like for some reason. That's just my own take on that. I like almost everything he does in this, but that exchange didn't work for me for some reason.
What I did like, though, is he gives the kid 2 sovereigns, tells him to buy the turkey, and he's so delighted in telling someone for the first time in his life,
keep the change. What? Come on. And Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes him a while to even say it, but in a good way. Like not like he's afraid to say. He's just so excited to say it. Yeah,
just overwhelmed with the joy of being able to say that and meet it, and the same when he adds "Merry Christmas."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did like all that.
I will say this is not the smartest Scrooge, because the other Scrooges wait and give the kid the money when they come back, because that kid's not coming back with it.
Oh, he doesn't care.
That's awesome. That'd be so great.
Yeah, true. Picks Mrs. Mops up and gives her a respectable Christmas kiss as he heads out the door.
Here are coins for the poor, just the first of many more, and a check for your charity. And if we save a few, let it all have to do with me.
And this is a bookend from one of the songs from earlier. Well, no, it's the one, this is what you were saying. It mirrors Nothing to Do with Me.
Yes.
But this time he sings, it all has to do with me.
Yeah, and it's weird because there's a moment where I was like, self-aggrandizing much, Scrooge? And then I realized, oh no, he was saying, like, this has nothing to do with me earlier. Like, when he was like, this is everything to do with me, I almost took it the wrong way for a second, and then I caught on to what they were really doing. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, this is all me, baby. And I was like, no, that's not what he's saying. He's mirroring what he was saying before, and then I really liked it.
Yeah, this is him realizing, mankind should be my business.
Yes.
From another musical version. Meets up with those solicitors as well as Mr. Smythe to tell him he's out of time and out of debt.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This stuff is a little bit quick for me, though. I want, like, we spent so much time, especially with Grace. Like all three of us thing. I wanted more from that than
from her.
Money.
Yep.
Yeah.
At some point, I accidentally paused the show like near this end, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's like over!" Like you see, like when you pause it, you see how far you are and how much is left. And I was like, "Oh man!" So you're right. They kind of zip through all of this stuff.
Yeah, and the solicitors, like they zip past that, and I miss like the whole like come and see me. We don't get any of that. Yeah.
It's one line, yeah, and I just see people like walking on stage, interacting with Scrooge real quick for one line of the song, and then off again and back into the ensemble.
Yes. Right.
This also has very similar vibes to the end of the Muppet Christmas Carol again, with everyone just parading through the street after Scrooge till he gets to the Cratchit's house, and he even makes a similar motion to go over there and hide.
True.
He also runs into the 3 ghosts of Christmas in their human forms here. Buys a ticket for every child from Christmas Present, promoting the show.
Yep.
He and the lamplighter exchange a knowing tip of their hats. Put some coins in the old woman's hands and whispers a genuine thank you. I liked that little button on that.
I like that too.
I will now admit that I blubbered when he said thank you. It got me. It really that really. You ladle on the schmaltz. I'm gonna be there for it in a way, and that one really got me. I liked it.
Yeah, and then all 3 of them will walk away with a dance in their step.
Yes,
I like that.
Like that too.
Just like our work here is done.
I really like that part too. Yeah. On to the next person.
And then he goes to the Cratchits with the prize turkey. Tiny Tim answers the door with a happy Christmas, and Scrooge gives him a smile before Bob enters. And he quickly puts on a grimace again to give him the old fake out. But he doesn't hold it for very long, though. He breaks the quickest out of all of the Scrooges I've seen.
It's pretty quick.
Cratchit,
What's wrong?
where have you been? I thought I told you to come in early.
But that's tomorrow. It's Christmas Day, sir.
Is it? Oh, dear. Well, silly me. I guess I'd better give you and your family a Christmas present then.
And he does it on Christmas Day and not the day after. So he has to invent this. I thought you said you were going to be early today. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
Scrooge, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and immediately it's just like, silly me. Guess I better give you a Christmas present. Here's a big old turkey. And knocks Bob off his feet in bewilderment. And, the weight of a turkey.
Oh, man. Yeah, and barely sorry about it, too. He's fine.
He's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, then he invites all the kids to come with him, invites Tiny Tim to climb on his shoulder. The others grab their coats, and they just go off to Fred's. Hey, nephew, mind if me and 60 of my new best friends join your party?
I was a little worried that's what was going to happen.
Seems like it, but Fred and Sally sing,
Welcome home, Uncle Scrooge. Welcome home to family.
which I like that lyric.
Mm-hmm.
That was really sweet.
At what point in this does Mrs. Mops catch up to Scrooge and give him his jacket? I like that she was chasing him the whole time because he runs out the door in just his kind of shirt sleeves. And she's like, your jacket, your jacket. And the whole time she's kind of going after him. And at some point she finally catches up and he's like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. And he puts his jacket on, which like that. I liked that as well. It was a neat little moment.
Yeah, I think it's right as he gets to Fred's.
Yeah, I think, okay. Mm-hmm. He was so excited that he just ran out in the cold without a jacket on. That was cool.
Oh, yeah. Love that. Then it starts snowing for our big finish.
Yeah.
And finally, Tiny Tim is the last person to say, God bless us, everyone, at the very end. Like a dozen other people beat you to it, kid.
And then, you know what? And this is unfair and uncharitable of me, but like I'm like, okay, obviously Tiny Tim says, God bless us, everyone. That's the last line of the thing. And I was like, is Kelsey Grammer going to let this kid get the last line in? Or is Kelsey Grammer going to want something for himself? And so he does this laugh after the God bless us, everyone. And I was like, that's his like, I'm getting the last thing, whatever it is. It's not a line.
Belly laugh
yeah, so he gets a little belly laugh. And it's perfectly fine. But I almost felt like it was from Kelsey going like, oh, this is my story. I want the last thing. And I'm making that up. I don't know what kind of.
I don't know. It could be. But that is it. Any final thoughts on A Christmas Carol, the musical?
A little bit of a cheesy freeze frame at the very end.
Yeah, there is a
super cheesy freeze frame.
And it feels like, I think it's the picture at the end is the picture on the cover, or the kind of the thumbnail.
Like the DVD cover.
Yeah, exactly. I enjoyed it. I think like you, Mike, I might get these songs on a Christmas playlist, I would listen to these songs again. And so like I didn't want to make it sound like I found the songs forgettable. It's just I've only heard them the one time. I've watched this once and it was yesterday. But I enjoyed the songs because I like Alan Menken's style. Like I like the Disney Renaissance, and this feels like those songs. And it's about Christmas, so I like them in that as well. I really liked the ghosts very much. I thought Kelsey was solid. I don't know if I loved everything that he did. And I think there's that weird marriage of stage play and this TV movie. Like when he's Scrooge at the beginning and hunched over and squinty-eyed, like it feels like a theatrical performance at that point. It doesn't feel like a movie at all. And
or a real person. It feels like
a real person. Yeah, I think that's a good way to say it. And so some of that like didn't exactly work for me, but I liked a lot of it. I'm very happy I watched it. I'm glad you gave me this opportunity, because there's no way I would have watched this without you.
Happy to oblige.
Yeah, I'm glad to have watched it too. Like, I will just echo what Rob said, that I never would have done it otherwise. But I'm always like, I love sticking another Christmas Carol under my belt. Like that's pretty cool. And this is my favorite Ghost of Christmas Past. Thank you.
Yeah, I could probably echo that as well.
She's up there. This was better than I was expecting, to the point where I don't even remember what I was expecting.
Sure.
Like when I first heard Kelsey Grammer was in a musical of A Christmas Carol, I thought it was going to be based on the Albert Finney one, but nope, this is very different.
Yeah.
Make some interesting choices with placements of things, but most of them work in the context of this particular telling of the story. Fred didn't need a 10-year-old kid, though.
No.
If you read the original text, Dickens heavily implies Fred's wife is pregnant, and there aren't many adaptations that even run with that. This one just gives her a kid and lets him even sing a line in the song. Don't put his name in the credits, though. Tough break, kid. But this is just a little over an hour and a half. It never seemed too long to me, except for maybe those song and dance numbers, like the Fezziwig dance could have been shorter, but this thing knows it's based on a stage play and runs like it's still on a stage. And now I just want to see this live.
That's exactly it. I think that's my main takeaway, is that if this ever runs somewhere that I can see it, I would go see it.
Yeah.
I think I would too.
But thank you both for remembering this light from long ago with me.
Aww. You're not Jane Krakowski, but it was worth it.
Yeah, well, who is? Well, if people want to show up to your Christmas party with like 60 other people they just paid, where should they find you on the internet? Michael.
Oh boy. I guess After Lunch is my main show that I do, which is just a kind of all-purpose pop culture show. We talk about a lot of movies. Rob and I are on that together. So yeah, it's a blast. We have a really good time. I also do a Western podcast with my friend Paxton Holly called Hellbent for Letterbox. And Pax and I and Sean Robert do a horror podcast every like September, October season called Crestwood House Podcast. So those are the main places.
And Rob.
As Michael mentioned, I'm there on After Lunch with him for most episodes. And then I'm over there on the old Blue Sky at Spidey004 dot whatever. It's really long. It's really long ones. I never did the thing where you get your URL and you can make it a little shorter. I just left it. So yeah, it's bluesky.social.net.biz.edu.org, whatever it is.
.com. But please check out all of those things. You can find those links in the show notes of this episode, or head on over to adventcalendar.house. Tune in next time for our Hanukkah episode. I keep finding more of those, and I'm very glad I do. Until then, for Michael and Rob, from my apparently mobile deathbed someone conveniently shipped right to the cemetery because I was too cheap to afford a middleman. This is Mike Westfall, reminding you as always to mind the icy patch, and God bless us everyone.
And God bless us everyone!
Good night, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Retro Network.
Next time on the Advent Calendar House.
Do you ever wonder what could happen under an umbrella tree? Sunny days of thunder, your friends are waiting under the umbrella tree.